Welcome back to my channel. I hope your 4th of July was spectacular. Honestly, the past couple of years, I used to go to the park. I used to go to events, go to parties, and like all my friends or family members would be setting off fireworks left and right. But to be honest, over the past couple of years, all I had to do was walk out to my front yard and it's going on all around me. Even though it's like a little further away, but like it's so high up in the sky that it's like super clear still. So I'm in the comfort of my home. I didn't have to go out. I didn't have to get ready. I just walked outside and I was like, damn, that's so pretty, or whoa, that one's cool. There was this one firework that I've never seen before. I can't really explain it, but I've never seen that type of like style. It was just like a bunch of like squiggly lines going up and then they started like going off. But like the way that it looked really aesthetic. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it was really cool and I caught it on camera, but I don't know. I only was able to catch like the last like 5 seconds of it. So if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Chiyo. I've been breeding and owning spiders for a little over a year now. I started off with a tiny little jumping spider, the one with the red mask. My very first one that I had caught in my patio. He was like starving. I had seen a lot of videos on TikTok of jumping spiders in general. So when I saw it jumping around, I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. I didn't know much about them, right? So I thought it was the jumping spider that a lot of people were posting on TikTok. However, it was a really tiny one. That species in particular is called Habernatus pyrithrax, which is one of the smaller jumping spider species. Like for those are really common in your backyard, but they're really, really small. So you probably wouldn't like notice them that easy, as opposed to like Phidippus regius, the regal jumping spider that everyone is posting on TikTok or social media and everybody wants them. So I have some good news. If you are new here, I will just post another video, or not video, a picture of Chiyo. She is one of my sweetest mama spoods, or adult female spood, Phidippus regius, and one of my very first jumping spider that I had purchased from another breeder. His name is Proteus, and I will also put him over here. He is the baby daddy of Chiyo. I have him in a little deli cup right now, only because I have to clean out his enclosure. And to be honest, this enclosure brand, I don't know if you guys can see, hold on. It's probably gonna be like backwards, but it's called Arachnid Shop. And they have like a sliding door. They come with either a mesh top or like a hole top, ventilation top. And honestly, these are like the perfect size for, especially for the regal jumping spiders, because they're not tiny, right? But they're still like a pretty good size. Like they're about like, I want to say like maybe a nickel, depending on how well they're fed. But so Chiyo, my female, she had laid an egg sac not too long ago. I mated these two together because they are my sweetest jumping spiders and I wanted to continue that line. So let me see if I could show you guys like a closer view. It's not gonna be the best, but you could tell that they're like all right here. Chiyo is somewhere in there. She's of course guarding them. You know, of course she's gonna be guarding her babies until they come out, right? So I have this, I had just set this up recently. Excuse this. So I was watching other YouTube videos on how they separate or put the babies in like another container where they will molt a couple more times before they become aggressive with each other, and then you have to separate them into like smaller deli cups, right? So I saw this YouTuber, he was using the exact same size like fruit fly container. These are technically 4 fruit flies, but what he did, which is really smart, was that for these are fabricated like ventilation holes. There's ones where it's like it literally has like holes like this. It's not like this where it has fabric on it. But he had cut into the fabric and he created a hole, like an actual like through hole, and he had used like a bolt or something to plug it so that the babies can't come out, right? And then he bought a funnel where once you take this plug off, he'll put the funnel, and then that's when he could put the fruit flies for them to eat. And I was like, dude, that's really smart, because it's a pain in the ass to open up this whole thing and then like having to like dump all the fruit flies and then closing this fast enough before they come out, and then also closing the actual fruit fly culture. So today, for like a good 10 minutes or something, I was like looking. I didn't want to go out to buy a bolt just because I just didn't want to, but I had ended up cutting a hole in it the same way that YouTuber did. And at first I was going to use, this is actually perfect, this expo marker, like the cap, so it actually plugged it like perfectly. But then I was like, man, if I plug it using this, then my whole marker is gonna dry. This is like a brand new expo marker. So I was like, no, like, do I really want to like sacrifice this? Because I use this on like a whiteboard, of course, like back when I was doing like math problems. But I had found something else, or I was looking around for something else that I could use instead of this expo marker cap. So I had made these little like paper roses for my girlfriend. I don't know if it was for her birthday. It was some kind of special event, I'm not sure. But I made a bunch of them, and then I made a little like I made like a 6, like half of a dozen bouquet or something, and then I put like green tape around it and I gave it to her. But this fits perfectly. So now I don't have to, you know, sacrifice my expo marker. So I am super excited to see the babies. I mean, I could already see them. I see them moving around. But technically, this will be like my first time breeding the regal jumping spider. I had bred the Habernatus pyrithrax before and the gray wall jumping spider. But because I love the regal jumping spider so much, I really wanted to experience the entire mating process from the moment that they do mate, and then her laying her egg sac, the little like yellow egg sac in her web, seeing her like do like triple, quadruple like layers of web to make sure that they're secure and protected. I saw the entire process, and honestly, it's amazing, because right now I could see them like running around, not running around, but like crawling around in there. And to be honest, they're just about ready to be coming out of the sack. So I will make another video when I finally do put them in this, because this is definitely more clear. It's a brand new container, as opposed to this where Chiyo has been in here, and like half of this container is like full of web. And I had put like some acorns in here for like decoration. So when they come out, I will be posting a video of them, or yeah, a video, pictures, something like that. But hopefully most of them will survive, because most of the time when these jumping spiders lay eggs, I want to say only 60% survive, maybe less. Sometimes like 90% of them die. But because it's her first time, I feel like the very first egg sac that a female adult lays is going to be her strongest batch of babies, because after her first one, right, she'll lay probably like a couple of more, like 4 more egg sacs. And from what I've noticed in the past is that after the very first one, the second one, more of them, like a higher percentage of them die off. And then the third one, definitely even more. I don't know if it's just like she already like laid a really good egg sac for the first time, so maybe it's just like naturally like they'll still lay more, but the survival rate gets significantly lower for whatever reason. It's just nature's, you know, thing that it does. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm gonna probably end the video here very soon. I I will be starting to ship my jumping spider soon. Actually, a lot of my customers lately have been waiting on this orange phased. I used to have the dark phased and white phased regal jumping spiders, but a lot of them died for some reason, even though I was taking care of them the same exact way that I have been with all of them. I'm not really sure why. It could have been something with the parents or genetics or anything, but a lot of my customers are waiting for these orange jumping spoods. I normally do local pickup, or drop off, but I will be figuring out the shipping process, because I did have a customer, or not customer, but someone that had messaged me on my Instagram before asking if I did ship. And I had asked her like, oh, like, where do you live? Like, what's your zip code? And she lived in New York City. So I think I did take a look at the websites for like Ship Your Reptiles or Reptiles to You. Those are like third party shipping companies that most breeders use to ship out their jumping spiders or their reptiles or etc. But yeah, I just didn't have the time to figure it out. But now that I do have the time, I will try to post more on my Instagram, my TikTok, on my YouTube. It's a lot harder for my YouTube because like Instagram and TikTok, it's like way shorter videos. For this, it could take like 15-20 minutes for me to film, and then I have to also like edit it. So I will try to for like the 5th time I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna try my best to post more on YouTube, give you guys more updates, let you guys ask questions, or if you want to just talk to me in general, you could do that as well. I'm like super open to anyone who just wants to like say random things, and I'll probably respond back to you with something random as well. So yeah, right now I want to say I only have like, I used to have like 30 plus jumping spiders, but I did sell a lot of my Habernatus pybrithrix jumping spiders. However, a lot of people don't prefer that tiny of a spider. I technically don't prefer that small of a jumping spider as well, only because they're a lot harder to keep track. Like you literally can just blink and you would have no idea where it went. And so that's why a lot of people prefer the regal jumping spider or any other jumping spider species that is on the bigger end, just because they're technically slower kind of, and they're bigger, and they have like more coloration to them. So it's easier to spot if they were to like hop somewhere else. Most of the time when I take them out for like exercise or for them to get some like sunbathing going on, they normally just stay put on here. If anything, they'll like move around, unless you do sudden movement, of course, then they'll freak out and like run around. But yeah, I think I'm going to maybe still sell Habernatus pybrithrix, but of course I sell those a lot cheaper because those aren't the ones that are sought after as much. And I would probably like advertise them as like beginner jumping spiders. But I honestly would say the regal jumping spider is like as beginner as it gets. I feel like the only reason why it wouldn't be is because people who are new at it, like for me, I honestly was scared of not jumping spiders, but spiders in general, like before. And if I didn't know anything about jumping spiders and I saw this guy like crawling around like right next to me, I would probably freak out as well. But I can understand why like a first timer would be scared to own one of these for their first time. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here for now. If you guys want, like I said, I have an Instagram. If you guys want to check it out, I'll put it somewhere up here, and then I'll put my TikTok, which is the exact same handle, username. So if you guys want, you guys can go on over, follow me, comment, and I would probably respond faster on there. So yeah, I hope you guys have a really wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys for the next video or next post or anything like that. All right, bye.